up, everybody? It's your boy Nautical back at it with another video. So Michael Pachter is in the news again. Now this is kind of a conjunction of the video that I did earlier where he talked about when the PS5 was going to launch, but he had some extra stuff that he had to say that I didn't get a chance to talk about in that video because I didn't know about it and it wasn't referenced in that video, or in that article I should say. But here's another article where he talked to Gaming Boat, where he talked about what he expects from the PS5 and how he thinks Sony's going to go about still moving the PS4. So I'm going to read this article that they talk about, and it says, we already know that Michael Pachter expects Sony to launch the PS5 in 2019, and that he expects it to be backwards compatible with the PS4 Pro, and in itself, this makes it clear that Pachter does not expect Sony to necessarily respond to the presence of the Xbox One on the market and fast track a PS5. What does he think will be the motivating drive behind a PS5 at all? According to Pachter, Sony will wait until 4K has become widespread and proliferated, and when it becomes cheap, Sony will have a PS5 and it will be more powerful than the Xbox One X. By the time 4K becomes affordable in 2019, PlayStation will have a 4K device that will have more teraflops than the Xbox One has, because they seem to be in a teraflop race. Pachter said in an exclusive interview with Gaming Boat, he has also added that he foresees a long lifetime for the PS4 regardless if PS4 and PS4 Pro keep selling. Sony will keep them around after the launch of the PS5, much like they have kept the PS2 and PS3 around before the launches of their successors. All said and done, this sounds like a reasonable enough prediction to me, although I suppose my question is, will 4K have taken off to the extent by 2019? Alright, cool. So let's start at the very top and let's talk about the first thing he said. Sony's not going to be pressured by the presence of an Xbox One on the market, and it's not going to make them fast track the PS5. I agree with that. I don't think they should fast track the PS5. PS4 Pro just came out. There's no reason to bring out a new system just yet. Microsoft had to bring out a new system because their system wasn't stacking up power-wise to what the PS4 was doing on its base system. And I'm super glad that Microsoft is making the decision to do that. And like I said in the earlier video, Phil Spencer wanted to redo the box and make it in the image he wanted to make it in. And that's why the Xbox One X exists. Now, PlayStation 4 Pro, really don't know why that exists. It's not even really a huge jump in power. I mean, the GPU is, the CPU is 30%, which is kind of the same thing that the Xbox One X is, but the PS4 wasn't having problems running games. I mean, they weren't running as up to par like some people wanted them to run, but everybody was so on board the PS4 hype train when it came to, oh, games look better, games run better, everything else looks better and runs better on the PS4. And everything was just bad on the Xbox, even knowing most of the games still ran pretty fine. It just wasn't as good as their counterpart. So Microsoft had a reason to do it. Now, Sony, right now, they don't have that reason. We'll see when the new system comes out how drastic the difference between systems are. If people are saying that, man, the Xbox One games are that much better on the X, then yeah, Sony's gonna fast track and try to get that PS5 out as fast as possible. But that doesn't mean that it's gonna come out in 2019. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be revealed in 2018 at E3. It could be 2020. So Sony has a really big lead, and unless they really don't care about hitting that 100 million mark with the PS4 Pro, they're going to bring out the PS5, and Microsoft is just going to follow suit a year later. Now, the second part I wanted to talk about is really something I already regurgitated in the last video: waiting for 4K TVs to drop in price. I think that would be a mistake because I think they're already dropping in price. You can walk to a Best Buy or even a Target or Walmart right now and get a 4K TV for under $700 right now. Granted, they're not the greatest ones with HDR and all the benefits and stuff like that, but you can still find a decent 4K TV to take advantage of the graphical fidelity that you're trying to get in the game if that's all you're looking for. So yes, they will be more widespread in 2019, 2020, and it will be more saturated. But right now, I believe Microsoft is getting in on the ground floor, and they're going to take advantage of all those people this holiday that are doing nothing but buying 4K TVs because it's getting harder and harder to find 1080p ones. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the teraflop race. And yes, Microsoft started this teraflop race when they first got on stage, said it has 6 teraflops of GPU bandwidth. Yes, Microsoft started that, and not mad at them. That's a awesome tagline that they put in their very first video where they showed it on E3 stage 2016. It was amazing. It was powerful. People didn't even know what a teraflop was until that moment. And now you got graphics cards just showing it on their graphics card. They're making it even more pronounced on the side of the box because Microsoft made it such a big buzzword. It's almost as big as the buzzword as 4K. But guess what? Doesn't matter who wins the teraflop race. It's going to get to a point where we're going to get to diminishing returns. Games are going to look so good regardless of what system you put them on. Only thing you're going to get is faster and better frame rates. And yes, that's a very good thing to get. I agree with that. As my kid talks in the background, and you can probably hear her talking because she's playing with her dollhouse. But guys, it can only get better and faster. And that's what we're going to see over the next generation probably. We're probably not going to see better overall graphics. We're just going to see stuff run better, like I said in the video before. So I do agree, it is a teraflop race, but sooner or later that teraflop race isn't going to matter anymore. All right, guys, this video went longer than I thought. I'm sorry about that. But if you agree with the things I said, hit that like button. Definitely helps out the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Also follow me on Twitter at gaming_forte. I can't wait to see you guys over there so we can start the community up over there. It's your boy Nautical. Y'all guys have a great week, and I will talk to you in the next video. And hopefully, I did say this in a video before, let's hope Michael Pachter gives us more stuff to actually talk about so we can laugh and joke around the things that he actually says. This is 3 in 1 week. Kinda hope he doesn't say anything else. And if he does, hopefully it's not newsworthy because I'm kinda tired of talking about the guy. All right, guys, you guys have a good week. Peace.